Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with the Google Pixel 6. Yes, the regular 6, not the 6 Pro. This is the seafoam, sort of seafoam green colored edition. It looks kind of neat. I like the color. I like the coral one better, but I couldn't get my hands on one. These are very hard to get right now. You're probably wondering why, if I have the Pixel 6 Pro that I got from the Team Pixel thing, why would I go ahead and get a 6? And it's for one very important reason, and that's because I think that this could be the best Android phone for most people in 2021. $599 price tag, same internals on the inside as my 6 Pro. I've really been enjoying the 6 Pro. It does some fantastic things, but it's just too good of a value at the prospect of getting it for $599. And I did do an unboxing video on the last one. Not that I went and spent $600 to unbox a phone, but I can't tell you that I think this may be the best without testing it. That's just a thought that I had from using this one. So, of course, I got to test it out. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's take a look at the Pixel 6. So here we have the Pixel 6 in sort of seafoam. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box. It's got these convenient pull tabs on the back. It's got Google's new Tensor chip in it. This one has a 6.4-inch screen as opposed to the much, well, kind of slightly larger 6.7-inch screen that we have on the Pro, which I've been enjoying. This one has a flat screen on it. It doesn't have a curved edge display, so that's going to give you a little bit different kind of ergonomics when you're holding the phone. Some people like that better. Some people really don't like the curved edge, and well, I don't blame you. That's why there's two versions. And this one's still big at 6.4 inches. So we've got the camera setup back here. We've still got the 50 megapixel primary camera that's on the Pixel 6 Pro, but this one's missing the telephoto. It does have the 12.2 megapixel ultra wide. And then we got our LED flash, all that good stuff. Google logo. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus. And there we go. Here's the screen. Ta-da! It's got the same selfie camera. You can see it's got these nice buttons, nice responsive, nice clicky noises on the right-hand side. Microphone up top. You can see these two things. These are antenna bands. And then we've got the USB-C charging port on the bottom. It has stereo speakers. This does have a little bit different feel to it. And it's funny because the curved edge display really does help with the ergonomics. Now this one's in a case. Let me go ahead and take it out of the case so we can not be looking at that the whole time we're doing this. But the curved edge gives you this whole additional ergonomic thing. It makes it easier to grip and reach over farther on the screen. So you still get about the same reach on here, even though this is a 6.4 inch versus a 6.7. This one is lighter. Go ahead and press the power button. Google, there we go. OLED panel. This one's 1080p and 90 hertz refresh rate on the screen, as opposed to the Quad HD Plus and 120 hertz on the 6.7 on the 6 Pro. So got this big camera module on the back. Let's call it the RoboCop, as I like to say it. And you can see the nice mixture of colors. You got the black camera module. You've got this kind of, I don't even know what color this is. More of like a yellowish green color. And then the sort of seafoam down here with the black on the sides. Ties everything in together pretty nice. And I'm expecting this one to have really good haptic feedback on it as well. This one is a joy to type on, but it'll be nice to try it out on the regular 6 as opposed to the 6 Pro. Inside the box, not a whole lot here. We've got our USB-C to USB-C. There's no power brick in here because that's what everybody does in the flagship world and in the big mainstream manufacturers, which I really don't like. We've got our adapter here so you can transfer everything over to your new phone. And then we got the documentation in here, if I can get it out of the box. This is getting really old. There we go. So we've got the SIM ejector tool right here wrapped up in the little documentation nobody ever reads. So that's it. Pretty quick, down and dirty on the unboxing. There's not really a whole lot there. But you can see some direct comparison stuff here. And you can look at the size difference. It's funny because even though it's a 6.4 versus 6.7 inch screen, you're not missing out much on the actual real estate, which I find very interesting. So that's kind of neat there. Look at them side by side. There's, again, not a whole lot of a difference. There's a very, very minute difference. So I like that this is $599. It's very attractive. Same performance. This one has 8 gigs of RAM instead of 12. Both start off at 128 gigabytes of storage. Mostly same complementary camera setup, same selfie cameras. Couple little different things here, but nothing that I think is going to fundamentally alter the experience, which is why I'm so excited about the Pixel 6, and I wanted to go out and bring this to you because I like to cover as many phones as possible on here. And if I felt so strongly about how good the Pixel 6 Pro is for a normal everyday slab phone for people in Android world, it's kind of hard for me not to go pick this up and test it out for you guys so you can know what you may be missing out on, because I think this is going to be a good phone. So let me go ahead and get this set up, and we'll have to come back because I got to transfer everything over. But I wanted to show you these guys side by side so you can get a good feel for them, so you can see which one you want. And then on top of that, you know, $599 right here versus $899. Is there really a substantial difference in the $300 price tag when apples to apples it's like 85% the same phone, and you're going to get the same basic experience because of the same underlying processor and all that jazz, plus Android 12. So let me go ahead and get this set up. So here we have the Pixel 6, and this one, like I said, it's the smaller brother of the Pixel 6 Pro that I've been using for over a week now. And if you're curious about some advanced information, you can check out the video here. I did my 1-week review that I dropped, well, like a day ago. So there's a lot of information. I've made a lot of Pixel 6 Pro videos, and that's what led me to pick this one up. It's so much similar whenever it comes to the hardware, the specs, and the performance. The Tensor chip, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes baseline storage, 5G. You've got the same 50 megapixel camera and the ultra wide. It doesn't have the telephoto, and so far so good. I think it's a pretty decent phone. I haven't had a whole lot of time to spend with it, but it's not too far-fetched from what I've already spent deep in the weeds with the regular Pixel 6 Pro, which is what led me to get this one, because I think this one probably will be the best Android phone this year for most people. Not just because I think that it's a good phone, but also the price is just pretty much unbeatable. There's nothing else out there in the $599 space that's going to compete with this. It's brand new, 5 years of software support. You're going to get at least 3 operating system upgrades. Might be even more than that, but I think it's at least 3 and 5 years of support for security patches and stuff. Google's done a good job with this one. They need to clear up some of the bugs that we've been having with Android 12, but that's just not unique to the Pixel 6 or the 6 Pro. That's the Pixel 4 or the 5. Pretty much universally, anyone that's using Android 12 right now has been having some issues with it here and there. I haven't experienced too many. Mostly it's just an app or two. Every once in a while I get a UI, user interface crash, but it doesn't crash anything. It just pops up and it says crash, and then I click it and close, and I keep doing what I'm doing. So this one, I think, is probably a better deal for most people. You're going to get 90%, 95% the same experience with the Pixel 6 versus the Pro, which is why I like it so much, especially at the price point. Had Google not sent me the Pro, I probably would have just bought this one in the first place and not bought this one secondarily so I could test it out and review it for you guys. Because a lot of people may not want to spend $899. A lot of people are hesitant about spending that much money on a Google phone. And I don't blame you. In the past, there have been some janky issues. It's not always been the most complete phone. It's always had this little asterisk next to kind of most of their phones, especially in the flagship department. So this one, the gorgeous, beautiful display. It's a flat screen. It's not a curved edge. 6.4 inches. AMOLED. It's a nice looking phone, and I like this. And one nice thing about having this big camera module on the back, when you lay it down flat on something, it doesn't teeter-totter whenever you type on it, but definitely put a case on it. These Pixel 6 phones are very, very slippery. And since it's got a flat screen, you're going to have a lot easier time getting screen protectors, which is one of the biggest issues that I've been having with the Pixel 6 Pro. I do have a film style screen protector. Here we go. So it's the Super Shield one. It's a film style one, very easy to install. Follow the instructions. On the Pro, I think they have it for the 6 as well, and it's very inexpensive. It's less than $10. I'll link that down in the description as well if you want to check that out. But I think it's a gorgeous looking phone. I like the colors. I really wanted the coral one, but these are basically sold out everywhere. I couldn't get my hands on one. This one was available launch day. I actually had a coral one in my cart that I could have picked up right down the road, and I teeter-tottered too long on whether I was going to get it or not, and then it was gone. So I'm glad and thankful I was able to get this one. I'm going to test it out. This one has a 4,600 milliamp battery instead of the 5,000 that's in the Pro, but it has a slightly smaller display, so that's going to save you some battery. It has 90 hertz refresh rate instead of 120, and it has 8 gigs of RAM instead of the 12 that's in the Pro, and also that less camera. But overall, I think most people are going to be super happy with this, and it competes so well, especially in the Android space compared to the iPhone 13, which is $799. So even if you might have some questions or some doubts, and this is definitely not a sales ad. I paid for this myself. But I've been so impressed with the Pro, that's why I'm testing this one out now, so I can tell you guys, hey, I really do have a strong feeling about this one being probably the best Android phone for most people for maybe the next foreseeable future. So we got to see what happens with the new phones that come out with Samsung. Maybe they'll drop their price some, if they're even here on time. And if you can find one of these, they're kind of hard to find right now. So that's all I got on this video. This is my unboxing, my first impressions. And also, let me show you the fingerprint sensor real quick, because I did talk about this in previous videos. Sometimes it's spotty and inconsistent whenever it comes to actually working. But so far, this one seems like it could be slightly better than the Pro. Maybe it's because of the flat display instead of the curved. Even though this part of the screen is not curved on the Pro, I'm hoping that they kind of get that fixed and a little bit more fast and responsive as time goes on, because I think it's mostly a software thing, and Google, if anyone, can fix it. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.